everybody, and welcome to my video today. I want to share with you a tip on how I not stay caught up with scrapbooking, but how I organize my memory keeping. So instead of having a big pile of photos, does this ever happen to you guys? You get your photos printed and then you know that there's photos in here that you want to do traditional layouts with, but there's just a big stack of photos. And so what happens is oftentimes we just put all of our photos together and then we're left digging through them or trying to figure it out. And then it takes up so much time when you're trying to memory keep. So I have a tip for you guys and I want to show you what I do. So because I do both Project Life and traditional memory keeping. So I have a Project Life album that is a family album that runs January through December. I'm going to be talking a lot about that in the next couple weeks as I get that set up, and then hopefully you guys will see monthly updates with that. Because I do that, and then I also do mini albums and I do traditional layouts, I always have a lot of photos laying around. So what I started doing is when I get a set of photos, I go through them, and this is a pile that I've already gone through. And I've pulled photos out that I want to do a traditional layout with. So there's this one that actually belongs with another set, so I'll have to find that. But here's some of Violet cooking, and I want to do a traditional layout of that. Here is a play that Kayla did. And then here is our, these have gotten a little mixed up. Here's a night that we spent watching a movie together. This is her play. So you see, I just kind of organized them like this. This was from Andrew. And then I'm not sure what those are from, but you get the point. Like this was Thanksgiving and the Thanksgiving Day parade. So I have all of those. So you can see that I just sort them into whatever it is that the thing is, right? So then I'm gonna set these aside, and then I wanna show you the end result of what happens, and I'll walk you through it. So now I have these piles of photos that I know I want to have traditional layouts of. So I have this container. Oh, my light is really, really bad. It's really bright. So this is a container. It looks like this. That's a little bit of a better view. And this is from the Container Store. These are really inexpensive. I know the Container Store kind of makes you freak out because the Container Store is very, very expensive. And this tag is not current, actually. But these are really inexpensive. They are called multi-purpose bins. They come in 4 or 5 different sizes. They're a good sturdy plastic, and the best part is they fit 12 by 12 paper and different things. So what I have is some of these Ziploc bags. These are 12 by 13 inch Ziploc bags. I got a pack of 100 on Amazon. Over on my website, I'm going to link all of the products I've talked about today. So if you're wanting to find the ones exactly that I've used, you can just go to my blog post, my website, and click on the item. So I got a pack of these on Amazon. I believe that there was 100 of them. You could get together with a friend and split it if you wanted, or a couple friends, each take 25. I didn't mind having that many on hand because I'm going to show you how I use them. So what I do is I take these bags. Let me just pull out the ones that I have, because I do have quite a bit that already have items. So I take the paper that I want to use, I slip that in there with the photos. So again, oh, and see, I think I got these double printed. So I think these are the exact same photos. They sure are. So like this set right here, they're extra photos now because I've already taken and I have found the paper that I wanted to use. I want to use this paper right here. I'm sorry about my lights. They're really bright. And I've stuck that in the bag with the photos. And then again, here's photos and paper. There's a lot of Violet in here, photos and paper. And then here, this one doesn't have any paper or any photos at all. I just liked the paper and the project life card. I stuck that in there. I also have a project plan sheet in here. This is just something that I had on hand that I thought I could print out and maybe use in the future. Currently, I'm just putting the paper and the photos in here so that I can use it to make sure that I'm doing my memory keeping pages, and it's right here. So now I know all I have to do is pull out one of these packs. It has the paper in it, and then I can use any of my embellishments or anything that are in my stash. So I have quite a few of these. I have them even back from summer. I have the kids' school pictures. I wanted to do a little layout. I have a summer one. So these are just already ready to go so that I can do these. And then you can see the other thing I wanted to share with you or show you is you can also just, this is some summer stuff that I had on hand. And I just have it in the bag waiting for photos or paper. Here's some more that I had some cards for. And then these are some photos I've already trimmed up. So even though I don't have pattern paper in these yet, they have the pieces that will go with that project. So the other thing that these bags are great for are layouts that have not been put in an album. I have a whole stack here. In fact, I have this one that I did recently and I didn't love it. I did not love the way it turned out, but I was already committed and so I just went with it. And these are layouts that just need to go in the album, and my plan for this next year is to get caught up on all of my past projects. I'm taking this whole next year, and instead of worrying about new projects and new layouts and new mini albums and all of that, I'm just going to keep up with my family album, and I'm going to take this whole next year and I'm going to get caught up on all the projects around my office that have piled up. Like the kids' albums need to be caught up. I have different projects, different little albums that need to be journaled. All of those kinds of things I'm going to get caught up on. So it's nice that these also will just fit your layouts. So if you're working on a particular album and they're not in order yet, or you don't have the album yet, you can stick them in these bags and they will be protected. So now what I will do with these piles, except that one of Violet's, is I will just find some pattern paper that I want to use for these. And I will pull it out and then pull the bags together. So I will share with you how that looks at the very end. You can even just stick stamp sets. I have these stamp sets here, and I think I have some Project Life cards in here. You can just stick all of that in the bag so that you know you want to, like, this is all stuff that I want to use on a layout. And so I've just stuck it in the bag, and now it's, instead of me having to dig through my stash and find things and find the paper I want to use, a lot of us don't have a lot of time to scrapbook and memory keep, and so there's times that I have a few minutes that I can be down here like now to pair up paper and maybe some Project Life cards or maybe a stamp set that I see that I want to use right away. I can pair that up together and put that in a bag like this, and then the next time I have a few minutes, I can just pull out a bag and sit down and do a memory keeping page and not have to worry about digging through things and finding things. So let me go ahead and grab my pattern paper out and find pieces for this, and then I will come back and show you what I've done. Okay, so let me show you what I've done. So for these pictures of Andrew, he had dental surgery, and I'm going to use this piece here. I think that will be nice. And then the back of this. So this is Vicky Boutin paper. I just got it at scrapbook.com, and I just got a single sheet of it. I liked the design. So all I will do for this one is just stick it right in the bag. Oftentimes I hear people say, like, I don't have time to do memory keeping, or I feel so behind. And I think sometimes it's because we spend too much time looking through our stuff, you know, buying the stuff, looking through the stuff, and not actually using it. And this gives you a way to set yourself up for success by picking out your stuff already. There are times that I feel like just playing with my stuff and going through my paper and looking at my embellishments, and then there's other times I want to dive in and make a page. So this gives you the option to do that both ways. So if you have a little bit of time, go through your stash, pair up photos with paper and embellishments or stamps or just paper. I'm not putting anything else like in this one. I don't know what else I'll want to use on it, but I do have the foundation ready to go. So then that way when you have a little bit of time, then you can put together a page. So this is Jen Hatfield designer paper. It's just from one of her paper packs, and this is us watching a movie one night. I sort of felt like doing this with Christmas paper because the house is decorated for Christmas and all of the plaid stuff is out, but it really isn't a Christmas layout. We weren't watching a Christmas movie, and so I just decided not to go with that. And you don't always have to, you know, the photos don't always have to match exactly with your page. This will be fine. There's some reds and blacks in here, and then I'm using some greens, and it'll totally be fine. So I have that one. The next one is for Kayla's play that she did. So I have several photos of the play, and then I have a couple photos of, I actually have one photo. I don't see it. Is it back here? There it is, of all three of them. And so this is from two different sets of paper. This here is from Close to My Heart. It is, I don't know what name it is. I don't know if it's currently available. It was in my stash, and it was this dark blue and then this striped. And then from another set of paper, I pulled out this yellow polka dot, which is quite bright, but it matches really well, and I thought that would be perfect. There's this side here that has the hot air balloons, but I won't use, I mean, that would go too. I mean, actually, that would go really well as well. Maybe I'll use that side. But I originally pulled it out for the polka dots. So I will put these together, and that will go in here. Now, currently, I am working on my December daily. And so because of that, I am not doing any other really traditional type layouts. I am just really focusing on my December daily, and there's lots of stuff going on here for December. And so I don't really have time to be doing this. But again, I am pairing this up because I just got these photos printed. So I'm right away putting them together with my paper. And then after the first of the year, I can go ahead and dive into memory keeping. Here is a set of paper. This is from Close to My Heart. I believe it's retired now. It was just a November kind of fall Thanksgiving kind of set. I loved the colors, but I don't think you can get this anymore. It was just in my stash. And this is just us watching the Thanksgiving Day parade. And so I will put this together. And for this one, I will probably do a traditional layout, and then I will probably also use some pocket like pages, because I have a lot of photos for that event, and I'll want to use all the photos, but they might not all fit in a traditional layout. So now I have these, and they're ready to go. And my other photos are either that I got printed, this big stack here is either for Project Life, or they are December daily photos. So I will go through those and figure out what that is. But that way I don't have a bunch of photos. I find that when I have stacks of photos sitting around, what happens is I end up getting double photos printed like I just did. You guys saw that happened where I already had made, I had already printed a set of photos, and because I wasn't paying attention properly, I got the same photos printed again. Or what happens is they just sit there, and then I get discouraged because there's so many photos, and I think, well, what's the point? I'm never going to get caught up with this. I'm never going to get these done. And then I just say, well, forget it. And they sit there and they get thrown in a box or a drawer, and I don't want to do that. So I hope that this tip has helped you. Let me know in the comments down below on the YouTube, in the YouTube comments, or on my website, if you're on my website, what is the hardest thing that you are finding with memory keeping? Because as the new year approaches, I am going to dive hard into memory keeping and sharing with you guys, and I want to share tips with you guys that actually help you. So I would love to know, what is your biggest struggle with memory keeping? And what is the thing that you want to do? Do you want to do traditional layouts, but you're like, I just struggle so much with X, Y, and Z? Or are you like, I'm over it. I really want to dive into Project Life and keep it simple. I want to use an app. What is it? Tell me down below so that we can chat about it. And I will catch you guys next week, next Friday, with another scrapbooking video for you guys. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for checking out my videos. Here on the screen, you're going to see 2 other videos that you can check out. I would love for you to do all the YouTubey things, subscribe to my channel, hit that bell so you get notified whenever I post a video, and I will catch you in my very next crafty video.